So I was searching around on YouTube, you know, just certain stuff, and then I looked up my name to show it to someone else who wanted to see it, and then this video came up called The Best of Drake from State Farm 2018 Episode 1. Since we know this is going to be a very long and fruitful series, many twists are going to occur, character development, story arcs, plots. Holy shit, we're going to win some Annies, some Emmys. I don't know why the fuck it's an Annie, it's not animated. But yeah, it's just the pinnacle of criticism and, you know, commentary in general. This is revolutionizing the industry here. So let's just see it.
The following is a video that criticizes and makes fun of said person in the video. If you flag this video for not taking said criticism, you are a big fat faggot.
Hey guys, Drake from State Farm 2018 here. Nice audio balancing there, champ. Have it real quiet and then BOOM! Have it come with this real fucking loud stock music! Also, for the record, none of this audio was actually edited in. There's no narration here. It's just these stupid text boxes with no narration at all. It doesn't read it. It just has the text. Are you goddamn shitting me? Who would want to watch a video where the majority of it is just fucking reading? Are you retarded? I had to actually get bro films to record him saying these lines just to make this video watchable. And while you're at it, why not get my name wrong? It's Drake from State Farm 2018, not fucking— oh shit, man, you're fucking dumb. Alright, so it starts out with introducing what the fucking video is gonna be about in case you had your eyes closed while clicking on it. Also, what is this fucking human centipede of a sentence? Today we are looking at his video where he criticizes Turkey Tom's video on Mr. Enters Indiegogo video. Some fucking Inception shit. Also, you gotta love this amazing editing maestro here, where he left in the point where he screen recorded the video because he didn't know how to download it.
Wow, that artwork is shit.
I don't blame you for not actually knowing this. I'm just telling you this, that I didn't draw this artwork. Broncha then. But I don't see why this criticism is necessary because I moved on from this to actually better stills. My stills look much better now than they did in this video. Also, another thing that he does that's kind of dumb is he has to announce whenever he does a skip. I can see why he'd want to do that, but it's not like it's gonna ruin the whole anime arc, overarching story here by editing out a clip. It's not gonna really matter and most people aren't gonna notice it.
I'm going to skip to 34 seconds because it's just him talking about doing a separate part of a video.
So, if those of you that don't know, Turkey Tom is a very talented YouTuber who does, like, rants and commentaries on different YouTube channels, videos, people, all of that. And it's very good. He's very talented and I like him. Now, I'm allowed to criticize people I like. Just because I have a disagreement with him doesn't mean I don't like Turkey Tom. I expect Turkey Tom to be smart enough to know this, because he's quite an intelligent and reasonable person. I'm just talking about, you know, the fans who are stupid.
Yeah, buddy, you think you could have edited a bit of this out? Like, are you goddamn retarded?
Because I would literally be calling myself stupid.
But you are stupid!
Ha! How long have you had that one up your sleeve there? But you are stupid. You really got me there. Had to do it to him.
Half a year ago, I made a video reviewing him and talking about people's gripes with his content, which ones I agree with, and overall trying to give a fair assessment of his channel. And
yeah, that was a mostly okay video. There was one point I disagreed with, but for the most part, I agreed with it. I thought it was very reasonable and a very honest look.
What was the problem? You're not going to say it, are you? Spoilers, he doesn't. Also, I'm going to save this for later. Why am I reading this? Oh my god.
Alright, that's actually a good criticism, but the reason why I didn't include it, I do have a reason, and that is because, this isn't about that video, so I didn't think it was overtly necessary, and it requires a lot of backstory and context that would have taken around 3 minutes for me to explain fully, and so I just decided, better just trim that all out. It's not that important. So, I'm not gonna criticize you because you had no way of knowing that, but that's the reason why. I'm just literally just telling you why.
First of all, his content hasn't improved in the 7 months since I released that. In fact, in some areas it has gotten much, much worse, which I didn't really think was possible.
See, but he fails to provide examples as to how he decreased in quality. Like, I haven't noticed any decrease in quality, so he hasn't pointed it out. He hasn't said it in any of his... I mean, he probably said it in, like, Discord or something, but in this video, it would have been appropriate to add in examples in how he's decreasing in quality.
Hey everyone, it's later. I'm not saying your complaint is bad, but you didn't give me a reason why Turkey Tom's Mr. Enter video was okay. You also didn't say what problem you had with that video. Look over your stuff twice to make sure it is good.
That's because it most likely would have taken me much longer to explain why that video was okay and I liked it, than for Turkey Tom to explain how Mr. Enter's gone down in quality. All he would have had to say is something along the lines of, in fact, in some areas it's gotten much worse, like the editing and his criticisms are getting a bit more semantic, and then he could have just moved on from there. That took me about 5 seconds to say. It wouldn't have affected the video that much.
I mean, if you think about it, it's pretty hard to go backwards in quality, and while he has released a few reviews since then that I would consider tolerable at best, I wouldn't call any of the videos on his channel more than a 5 or 6 out of 10.
Wow, that's quite a run-on sentence now, isn't it?
If that was supposed to be an actual critique, that is a really shitty one.
One thing that he can't shut the fuck up about is that I can't take jokes later in the video. Like, I can't understand what jokes are, and I take them as actual criticisms. However, he literally asks me if this was actually a critique. You were actually right, it was supposed to be a real critique, but it's not so important. It was like 2 seconds where I said that it was a run-on sentence, and it was just way too long. It could have been shortened, added a bit of full stops there, and then it would have been a much better critique.
But I figure a good place to start is just on the introduction video itself.
Do you remember what it was like being a kid? Do you remember how you had to wake up
Why
early,
is this
sometimes
jack off
even
in the
before sun had
background?
Oh, the reason why I'm in the background there, if you'd actually fucking look at it, is because it's supposed to show how long I'm waiting just for Turkey Tom to get to the point, as he's showing a 40-second long clip of his trailer, uninterrupted, just raw footage of it, with no commentary on it. He's just playing the full fucking trailer that it could have summarized. I even mentioned this in the video, how long it takes. That's why I'm in the background, waiting so long for him to get to the fucking point. That's the joke. And he says that this joke goes on for way too long. That's just completely retarded from the get-go, and I don't even feel like explaining that to you. You should be able to identify the flaw in that logic from the get-go, and if not, just someone tell him in the comments. I don't feel like getting into that.
That was literally a 45-second unedited clip of information Tom could have easily recapitulated in around 10-15 seconds tops. What was that? Why did you have it play for so long?
Wow, that was a good critique. But other than that, you yourself don't summarize in your videos. For example, your Robo Alcancer video has a long lecture about satire, which could have been summarized. Your Robo Alcancer? Robo Alcancer? What?
I wasn't talking about summarizing points, I was talking about summarizing clips. Like, if a point goes on for around 2 minutes, as long as you're building on it and explaining it, I really don't have a problem with it. Unless the point is something obvious, like libtards are gay or some shit like that, and then going on is to say why libtards are gay. Just the sentence alone is enough explanation. But as to your point here where I say in my Robo Cancer video that I have a long lecture about satire...
For you to make a kid's cartoon, the number one thing you must focus on is entertainment. Don't try to be this show which panders to the audience by satiring stupid shit. What's even worse is that it tries to be the kids' version of this show, which obviously fails to do. This show's always going to be better than that show.
Are you honestly saying that Gumball is a ripoff of South Park because it does satire humor? That's like saying Rick and Morty is a ripoff of Futurama because they're both science fiction shows. Just because they share a common theme, a common type of humor, doesn't mean it's a ripoff. Satire's been around, believe it or not, quite a long time. Even since Shakespearean times. Shakespeare himself did satire. It's been around for millennia. People have always been making fun of other people. It's always been happening. It's going to continue to happen. It's a very common form of humor.
Everyone's done it before. Because two shows share the same type of humor doesn't mean that it's a ripoff, since the two have widely different concepts and widely different premises.
Firstly, it wasn't a lecture about satire. Secondly, it wasn't long. And thirdly, you're just fucking retarded. Like, seriously, sincerely, super fucking retarded. Turbo Ultra Mega Mode fucking retardation times 90 here.
All you had to do was give a brief synopsis of it. I'm sure you know the basic concept of growing around. You didn't have to actually play the trailer.
What if the person didn't know about it?
Then why would they click on the video called The Problems with Mr. Enter's Indiegogo Campaign if they didn't know what the fucking Indiegogo campaign is? Why would they care if they didn't know about the Indiegogo campaign? Who would click on a video called The Problems with Mr. Enter's Indiegogo Campaign? They didn't know what the Indiegogo campaign is. And anyone who knows anything about Mr. Enter is undoubtedly, without question, 100% going to know what growing around is. Unless they live under a rock, they are going to know the general premise of Growing Around. A show where kids rule the world and adults are subservient to kids, while the kids have to deal with things like growing up and, getting older and the mental stress of being a kid in general. Stuff like that. That's what the show's about.
Right over it and say what he's saying. It's summarizing.
Well, personally, if I was in charge, I would probably start up my team of minority hunters.
Ha! I wouldn't insult you, but that's quite a funny joke. I like that.
Dude, this is supposed to be a criticism video, right? Because, unless I'm mistaken, you do not suck the dick of the guy you're commentating. This scene was unnecessary for the video. My god, this guy is like freaking aggressive. Holy hell. And don't say when I wasted time when I say, wow, that was a good criticism. Remember, I added a critique below that sentence.
I'm not sucking his dick because I'm complimenting him and saying that he did something right. And I added critiques after I said that he did a good joke there. I added critiques to his thing after that. So, are you goddamn shitting me? So, you're allowed to compliment me and then critique after it, but I'm not allowed to compliment Turkey Tom and then critique after it.
I'm going to skip 4:15 to 5:33 because I have nothing to say for that.
Some poorly done Disney show, which, rest assured, he acquired in even lower quality.
Amazing editing there, where he edits right into the middle of Turkey Tom's fucking sentence with no context. By the way, he goes on about 4 fucking times saying, you stop sucking his dick. Stop sucking Turkey Tom's dick. Stop getting on your filthy, callous, disgusting knees and sucking Turkey Tom's dick. Stop sucking his dick. Stop going on about the same point over and over again. It gets quite repetitive. It sounds like you have nothing to say. It feels like what I call a filler criticism, where you just add it in because you really have nothing else to say about it and you just don't want, empty dead space in there.
Admit, it was kind of delusional to think Growing Around would actually be funded $350,000.
This video has become a dick-sucking video now. I'm skipping the 6, 12, 7, 38. Yes, that's how long he sucks the dick. Remember, when he said Turkey Tom should have summarized the clip of Mr. Enter's Indiegogo video, well, Drake himself isn't summarizing his points in his videos. Jeez, my throat, freaking hurt reading that.
I don't suck his dick for that long. I just say I'm criticizing Mr. Mentor, and I'm saying that, really, you expect $350,000? Come on, man. There's no way in hell you're getting that much ever. I have no idea why you think that.
Cultural identity, death, regrets, they will all be subjects of episodes.
Oh, well, it's good to see that our little Asperger asexual white boy can speak about all these issues like being gay, because he's gay.
You're implying that Enter can't possibly understand what gay people might struggle through because he's asexual. It is very likely he'll be able to nail it and actually understand it.
1. Do you realize that was a joke? Right? 2. Mr. Enter is a shitty reviewer. What makes you think his writing is going to be good?
I understand when he was calling him gay and stuff like that, that was a joke, but he was basically saying, for real, with no joking, that Mr. Enter can't write it because he isn't that, and he just simply can't understand it. That's what I got from it. If that's not what he meant by that, then maybe he should have explained it a bit better. And also, when you say that he's a shitty reviewer, what makes you think his writing is going to be good? I actually read the fucking scripts. I actually read what he writes. Maybe if you did that, you'd actually be able to evaluate the product for yourself.
I'm sure not every single person on BoJack Horseman on the writing staff is depressed, but they still manage to nail it. So, just because you aren't the thing you're writing, doesn't mean you wouldn't be able to do it well.
Of course this faggot is a fan of BoJack Horseman, because that show is, oh, so interesting.
Alright, you're gonna insult my taste in media? What does this have to do with anything? Oh, of course he's a fan of BoJack Horseman. Because, you know, that fan base is just so toxic, and it's just a non-interesting show. We need constant emotion and constant movement in our shows, otherwise it's non-interesting and boring.
So this is supposed to be Sally's room. Not sure who Sally is.
Were you not paying attention to the video?
Are you not? Are you not? Holy hell! Did this dude, oh my god, this is freaking... Are you not remember that Turkey Tom makes jokes? That joke means he doesn't give a shit about Mr. Enter's shitty ass show. So, he forgot who Sally is.
I'm pretty sure it's insanely fucking obvious that I wasn't joking there and he just actually forgot who Sally was. Because he didn't give it in his usual sarcastic way, or he didn't really add in any emotion to it. It wasn't dry humor. I think it was just quite literally that... I'm pretty sure that wasn't a joke. Like, I'm pretty certain that it wasn't a joke, that he didn't know who Sally is. I think that's not a joke. You can't justify it by saying, oh, it was a joke. He doesn't literally not know who Sally is. Isn't that funny that he doesn't know who Sally is, and he should know who Sally is? Ha ha ha. Funny.
So this is supposed to be Sally's room. Not sure who Sally is, but I'm not really sure why she has illicit substances in her bedroom, or why there's no bed in the room, or why there's a massive fucking tree in her room.
Turkey Tom, I hate to break it to you, but it's pronounced room, not rum. See, the idea was that adults never were in charge, therefore everything that's there was built by kids, so they're trying to make it fun and imaginative. That's why there's a tree there.
Thank you, Captain Obvious. I was just answering Tom's questions on why is there a tree in the room, why is there a hammock in the room, stuff like that. I was just answering his questions, because he was asking, why is that shit in the room when it shouldn't be in a room? Because you and I knew it, doesn't mean Turkey Tom knew it. So it's kind of insulting to Turkey Tom to say that that was obvious, and he's just fucking dumb for not seeing it.
With this guy who has
Zed?
a freaking Zed.
That's not a
for some reason.
freaking Zed. Holy hell, that actually... I feel... Why did I agree to read this?
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, like, seriously. This is the most ignorant thing I've ever seen. That's not a fucking Zed. You can't... What? It's the letter Z. It's otherwise known as the letter Z. Do you seriously not know that sometimes the letter Z is said as Z by some people who learned it as Z? I learned the letter Z, the name for letter Z is Z. That's how I learned it. I called the letter Z, Z. So, I'm not wrong but for saying Z. It is a fucking Z, and you're just goddamn retarded. You didn't even know that some people say it as Z. Like, seriously, you are fucking retarded. This shit has me fucked up here. And how retarded you are.
Thank you so much for watching. Sorry if that sounded like begging. Yeah, and also, sorry for the lack of jokes. I've been kind of running empty.
I don't give a shit if you lack jokes. Why? Because 1, I don't go to criticism videos for finding good humor. 2, the jokes you make fell flat harder than Amy Schmuckers do. Screw it. I'm gonna say it that way because the way he's been typing this shit is just retarded?
Well, a video that's purely just 100% criticism with zero jokes is rather boring and droll and just makes you go to fucking sleep. Just going, alright, here's the reasons why Futurama DVD casing of Season 4 was lackluster. First of all, it was very skinny and very thin. It wasn't like a standard thick case. So, it was very flimsy. It's kind of boring when there's no jokes or no energy in it at all. So, just because... that's just goddamn retarded. Oh, I mean, if you click on a video that has criticism in it, yeah, it's not like a law that you have to have, like, jokes in it, but you better have jokes in it, otherwise you're just gonna get turned away. And furthermore, I think the second one is just like an oxymoron here, just like a self-contradicting one. He said that the jokes I make are flat, and then proceeds to make a flat joke about Amy Schumer. The jokes you make fell flat harder than Amy Schumer's do. Oh my god.
I'm done with this shitty video. See you guys next time when I tackle Mr. Enter 2.0. Guess who it is?
I don't know. Who is it? Can't wait to see the next episode of this. Can't wait to see your inevitable follow-up video where you just type out in your fucking phone for half an hour or some shit like that. Because you can't be fucked to get a real editor. You can't be fucked to get a computer. You can't be fucked to put some fucking effort in and just record yourself. You couldn't be fucked to do shit.
RedWaxMurderer2018. Hashtag State Farm sucks. Hashtag stop dick sucking. Thank God, that's it. That's it! Oh my god, I'm done. Alright, finally. Jeez, that took so long.
Alright, get that trending on Twitter, guys. Hashtag stop sucking dick. It sounds like a fucking homophobic tweet. Hashtag or some shit. Stop sucking dick, ladies and gentlemen. And, furthermore, with that State Farm sucks thing, are you goddamn retarded? I keep asking that, but seriously, that's already a hashtag that exists saying that the insurance company State Farm sucks. So just this video has me fucked up, man. All right. Well, I'd like to thank Bro Films for narrating these stupid videos. I don't know why he agreed to do so. He doesn't know why he agreed to do so. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry that uploads have been going slow. Go see my update video to see why. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys